to Artemis Oracle. My name is Tan and I'm your reader. Today I'm going to do a weekend ahead reading for those who are in a talking stage situation. We're trying to figure what the hell we are type of thing. And I want to see what comes out for the weekend ahead. For those of you who are talking to someone new, who are getting to know someone new, and you're not in an established relationship. I did a singles reading, but those are for like completely single people. Like they have no one. They're not talking to anyone. They're so if that's you, you may consider checking that out. And I also am posting just a weekend energy check-in that had a really positive vibe. So let's see what comes out for those who are talking to someone new, getting to know someone new, or maybe talking to someone new, getting to know someone new. Okay, spirit. Party, celebration, event, public, social gathering, regrets, mask. Okay, those cards, let me look at them because I didn't really get a good vibe. That came to my mind. I think I'm going to use tarot to clarify. So you have party, regret, and mask. I feel like this might be a warning for some people. Some of you may be invited out to a party. I say be very careful, especially if you imbibe, if you drink. Okay. All right, I'm gonna be honest, and I feel like it's really relevant. I mean, this can happen anytime of the week, any time of the year, any time of the month, whatever, any season. But I feel like some of you have to be very careful this weekend because you don't want to be in a situation where you may end up regretting or something negative happens, something criminal happens. I feel like some of you, if you are going to be going out and drinking, please be very careful where you're getting your drinks from because you may be feeling a sense of regret. Something may happen. Where you may not be in the best mind state, you may not be lucid or aware of what is going on. And because there could be someone, and it could be the person you're possibly talking to, and it's sad to say that there are predators out there who may take advantage. And they may not have the best options. They may not have the best motives. I have to put it out there. But that's what came to my mind. And I'll be honest, one time, thank God, and nothing happened to me. And I was just talking about this with somebody yesterday too. So it's funny this comes out. It was a long time ago, maybe like over 10 years ago. And I went out to a friend. Her mother was like a promoter and she had an event, and I was invited to like a Halloween party, so I went dressed up, and I'm someone who doesn't really show my body and due to some insecurities and stuff, so I tend to dress modestly and maybe modestly sexy where I'm like, you could see some things but not everything, so I was wearing like a modest costume. I mean, there was no cleavage, there was no thighs, no booty showing, nothing, fishnet. And I'm not saying that anyone who dresses like that is, it's okay for that to happen to them. That's an excuse for someone to be a predator towards them. But the whole point is, it doesn't matter what the fuck you're wearing. That's what I'm saying, because it can happen to anybody. But thankfully, nothing happened to me. So I, ordered a drink. I had a friend get the drink for me, but which is something that I'm like, that's the first time I ever did that, and I think that's the last time I ever did it too. But it could also, like, the thought came to my mind, you be careful of your friends who may be wearing a mask, because the person's at a party and they're with a friend, so that could be a possibility that you have someone that may be jealous around you. But that's just something that popped in my mind right now. But I drank the drink 555 when I'm, and I was, okay, let me check something real quick. I don't know, for some reason I fell asleep. How the fuck I fall asleep? And thankfully I was sitting in this round table, and I was sitting where there were people on either side of me. So I was like kind of trapped. Like, if somebody wanted to take me out of there, they would have to fucking move the table or tell people to move out of the way for them to gain access to me, So I don't know who drugged me, but I know that I was in a position where I was safe, where no one could get to me to do anything to me. Unfortunately, that's not the case with everybody, and we hear those stories a lot. So the reason why I'm bringing it up is I feel like you have to be careful. You may, and that's just a thought I had, and I want to share it. Be careful if you're drinking. Make sure that you're going to get the drink yourself. Make sure it's a drink that is sealed, that you open yourself. If it's something that's poured, make sure it's something that you're getting from the bar yourself. Don't allow anybody to bring you drinks, because from where they got it, the distance from where they got it to when it reaches you, anything can happen. And it may not be the person you're talking to. It could be, some people are like that. It could even be a friend. But I feel like I had to tell you this, because I want people to be safe. And I didn't think that being drugged, because I believe I was. Fortunately, I was, by the grace of God, I was in a position where I was protected. But not many people have that. And you don't want to have the regret. And it's sad that the people who may experience this and then they end up being assaulted, they're the ones left with the regret, even though they didn't commit the crime. That's all I'm going to say with that. Okay, I feel like maybe that was the message I needed to put out there. But that's a downer. So let's clarify this. All right. But I felt like I had to share that, because it was just the way this character looked. He looked very negative, like he had hidden motives. And it says that they're hidden motive. Yeah. That they're lying. And you don't want to be someone's lying or being dishonest. But we could it doesn't have to be, that's the extreme. And yeah, I'm a Scorpio, so we go to the extremes. It's either really good or really bad. But this is bad, and I want to share it, But let's see if we can find some. So that's one story. So 5 of Wands for the party. So there's some type of conflict, competition. With Lovers. Oh God. Okay. Let's see what else comes out. Competition. But with the Lovers. Okay, so I feel like I'm just gonna say, be very careful, because if it's not this person, there may be somebody tied to this person that may see you at a party, maybe at some type of gathering. It doesn't have to be a party, but it could be some type of gathering, a social gathering. It could be a celebration. It could be an actual party. It could be an event, and it seems like there's some type of competition. with this person. Maybe this person may be talking to multiple people, and someone may see you as competition and then may do something. Do or say something. Maybe you do or say something that you regret, but let's see. But I feel like there's somebody coming in, and it's somebody that wants to win. Because we have the six of the page of wands is holding one wand, and then we have the five of wands. If we add all the wands, the six of wands, somebody wants to beat out somebody, but it's like they want to beat out somebody for someone, you know. Okay. Another thought that came to mind is like, you know how sometimes you notice like some people, like, you know, like you're with a guy and then you see another woman trying to eye him, or you're with a woman, you know, like whatever, you know, like everybody's like, this is, you know, you want to show off a little bit. So you may feel like a little bit threatened, or they may feel threatened, and Ace of Cups in the reverse. Someone may feel, the regret. I feel like somebody this weekend, and it may not be you, so this is like a totally different message, that may feel like they're in competition with you, or you feel like you're in competition with someone else, and you feel like you feel the need to kind of like show off in some way over somebody. But then somebody, it could be you or the person that's in competition with you, or maybe even a person that's in competition for you, may do something that they regret, you know. And yeah, they're probably going to do something that causes you to lose some sort of emotion attraction to them, like something, because the Ace of Cups, this is a new beginning in love. So maybe there's someone in the past who has regret, and it sees you with a new person, and they feel like they're in competition with them. They may do something that they will regret, or there's someone who may feel like they have some sort of regret, possibly not taking your love seriously, not taking you for granted in some way, and then maybe watching in the background, you know. And like I said, there could be somebody who's negative and, you know, may not be happy that you're celebrating, having a good time, and, or, you know, seeing someone new, spending time with someone new, and they may want to sabotage it in some way. But it could possibly, that's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is this person has regret and is hiding how they feel. They're hiding the fact that they're sad and that they regret, you know, not having you in their life. It could be that. I'm getting done. Anything else? All right, let's find out more about the regret. We have the Star, but we have a bunch of cards. So I'm going to take the Star card because it showed up. So someone may have regret. It says, because the regret card says mistake, guilt, wrong choice, apology. So this person may want to come forward with an apology. They may see you with someone new, and that may turn them off, you know, with coming in with a love offer. This could be their cup of love that they want to bring to you, but they see you with someone else, you're celebrating, having a good time, and they were hoping to come forward to you to apologize in some way, but seeing you with someone else, and I wonder if that card pops up when we use the hidden mode of truth cards. I'm calling it now just in case. So I feel like that's possibly another thing. When we add the tarot, we clarify. Yeah, because this person sees you as someone who's of value. They see that you're beautiful, you're intelligent, that you are someone who knows their own worth. You're someone who's abundant, who's graceful, classy, who is someone that they can build something with. Someone that will nurture and care for them, love them, and grow with them. You know, so I feel like someone is having that regret that they let you go. It could possibly be that, you know. So this really may resonate with other people. You know, maybe this person is watching you and has been watching you and has been strategizing on how he or she wants to come forward with the Emperor. The Emperor is someone who is a boss. You know, he's the one that he or she is the type of energy that takes life by the horns, and there's horns here. So this is Aries energy, but it could possibly, you may be dealing with either not the Sagittarius, Capricorn, or a Taurus, or Aries, you know, because I'm thinking of animals with horns. So it could be either an Aries, a Taurus, or Capricorn that may be watching you and has been strategizing on how they want to come forward because of the regret. They regret, and they're just watching. Before I shuffle the Nine of Cups, they see you as a wish fulfillment to them. So let's see what this mask is about. Mask. Got your time. Mask. Ooh, I like this face. Okay. Mask. Tell us about mask, Spirit. Okay. At the bottom, Gemini energy with the Magician. This person may be a Gemini, may have Gemini in the chart, or they could have those, I'm about to say the horny signs. The signs that have horns. Taurus, Capricorn, or Aries. The horny signs. Maybe this person's horny, you know. They regret they're in bed alone without you. Okay. We have the Two of Wands with the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so this person, I feel like this person, like, because we have the swords, like this person is like, yeah, because this is a crossroads, trying to decide what the best option, best action to take would be. You know, there may be rushing forward towards you, maybe running towards you. So the way this is coming out is like, this sounds like somebody from the past that wants to return, and you may be talking to someone new and they know that, and they're like, no, you're not taking my Queen of Pentacles, I want her back, you know. But if that's your case, if you're the Queen of Pentacles in the earth sign, and you're just someone who's very nurturing, caring, loving, someone who is financially secure, abundant, a business owner, yeah, because they see you as someone who is independent, who is of value, who has a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, well, a lot of potential, because I often hear that the Nine of Pentacles is the mini arcana version of the Empress, which is a major arcana energy. So this is like an Empress in the making, you know. So they may see you in that way, and they're having that realization, and that may be what's causing them to rush forward, possibly do something that they may regret. They may make a fool out of themselves, especially if you aren't interested and you're wanting to move forward, depending on your situation, you know. Okay, so yeah, this person has been manifesting you. They may be, I don't want to say they, you know, they may be doing some sort of magic, maybe trying to reach out to you in some way, telepathically. Maybe they're meditating a lot, thinking about you, maybe some telepathy. If they're hiding, I don't want to say it's maybe a little bit obsessive. I'm getting a little bit of obsessive. You know, you may not even know that this person is watching you, but if you are sensitive, you may sense them in some way. I'm just putting that there. Let's go to the hidden truth and get some cards to close this out. Okay, what does the collective that resonate with this reading at all need to know? So we had multiple storylines coming in where, you know, for like just a warning, just to be careful, protect yourself. If you're drinking, be very careful. Maybe don't drink at all, you know, and if possible, BYOB, bring your own beverage, you know. What does the collective, what hidden messages does the collective need to know? I left before you could leave me. I want to feel that way again. There's another card that's down, but let me flip over. Get a couple more. Okay. Right. I left you before you could leave me. I want to feel that way again. You came closer than anyone. I left when I saw you with someone. See, someone has regret. So this person may be wanting to rush forward in the future, maybe, or maybe that was their intention to rush forward to you, but then they saw that you're with someone new, and that kind of stopped them in their tracks. My life is not as together as it seems. So this person sees you as someone who does have your life together, and they may have been masking, the person you may be talking to right now, or the past person may have been masking how well their life is going, and it's probably been going through some type of struggles. I will wait for a sign from you. So, I mean, if this is a past person returning, if any of these messages resonate, and there is a past person that may be wanting to come forward, that you kind of have been sensing, you may have been thinking about them more than you have in the past. They are also, they may be watching and waiting for the right time, because we do have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is someone who's observant, who's learning, gaining information, doing research, you know, and also feeling some sense of inspiration, an idea, a light bulb moment that is causing them to want to come forward, or having a sudden realization about the value, your value in their life, how important you are in their life, or possibly just how important you are, you know. So yeah, so if you are seeing someone, this person may see you with another person at a party, and then the regret sets in for them this weekend. Someone may be feeling that. But remember the warning about be careful with drinks, you know, BYOB if necessary. Go get your own beverage. Make sure it's a sealed beverage. And if it's something that's being poured, make sure that you're getting it from the bartender yourself. You know, it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the reading there. If this reading resonates with you at all, please like, share, subscribe to Artemis Oracle. My name is Tan. I'm your reader, and I'm wishing you a great, safe, and wholesome weekend. You know, maybe you want to be a little bit bad, but you know, you could be bad but safe at the same time. Safe and careful, you know, and have fun. You know what I mean? Okay, so take care. Bye.